everybody, it's me, Lisa, and I'm going to try this again. I tried earlier my Wi-Fi situation. I don't know what's going on with it, but it decided to cut me off and went to a pause screen, I guess, from what I can tell. So I deleted that live stream, and I'm starting over fresh again. And so I'm just going to sit here and wait for some people to join. Before I get started. Goodness. It's been a long day. I've done a lot of work. Hey. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, if you are watching, say hi. You can just send a comment so I know who's here. So we're going to do a reaction to part 3 of the Shane Dawson series, The Mind of Jake Paul. And I think with this particular one, we're going to meet the Paul family and find out what they're all about. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, even though no one's joined, or they have, but they keep disappearing. So
I feel trapped in the mind of Jake Paul. And I want to get out. So do I jump into the mind of Logan? So, okay, I wanted to jump in and do an update and also a disclaimer and also an apology. That's a lot.
I gotta go.
I do actually want to apologize because there was some backlash and people feeling offended and feeling like I was making a horror movie out of an illness or disorder. And I 100% understand. I think I got carried away with the whole ooh, I can make this scary. And I love editing scary stuff and I didn't completely think it through and to treat a person like a scary monster is not cool and I shouldn't have done that. So I apologize for that, genuinely. Another thing I saw was people saying it's insensitive that you are trying to diagnose Jake without him knowing. The truth is, he knew the whole time.
Did Shane tell you what it is really about? Yes, he did. He told me before the series started what it was really about. I was like, yeah, bro, go for it. Let's do it.
In episode 1, I said, do I think he's a sociopath? I don't know. But I do want to sit down with a professional to get their opinion on that. And I told him I'm going to do that, but I cut it out. And the reason I cut that out was because I was like, oh no, I want to be more mysterious, which I shouldn't have done. There are things he doesn't know.
This is definitely new territory for us.
So that's what's happening. Jake is coming. You'll be in episode 5. Today's episode is about his family. Now, this is the disclaimer part. His mom. I know she's not loving this series and she's taking it kind of hard, and I understand. 100%. It's her son, it's her family. It's these are real people, right? These aren't just characters in a YouTube video. These are actual real people. And after learning so much more throughout the last month and a half, now I understand why the mom makes videos the way she does. And you're going to see some of her videos today and you're going to be like, oh, it's not great. But then when you find out why, it just kind of makes sense. And now I feel kind of bad.
She is probably the only person older than me who can really get through to him about most things.
So I don't want a bunch of people to go hate on Jake's mom. I just don't want that. She doesn't deserve that. And you'll see why. But speaking of the family, so this is where it gets interesting. I talked to Logan. I've been afraid of Logan this whole time.
And that's a fact. That's truth, guys. That's how life works.
I didn't want to go into this trying to expose Logan or talk about Logan. It was about Jake. But then the more I fell down the holes and the more I realized and researched and the more I learned about sociopaths and the more I learned from Jake personally and people in his family and people that talk about Logan.
I'm really nervous, guys. It's my first a big scene in my first big Hollywood movie. And I just wanted, I'm just kidding, yo, freaking hell. This is what I was born to do, bro.
The more I was like, I can't not talk about this, because it's Jake's brother, and they were raised by the same people. Like, this care about filming a dead body. Why would he care about what Shane Dawson's doing on fucking YouTube? But like, that was how my brain worked. So he tweeted, I'm gonna make a response video to Shane's series. And I had a fucking panic attack. And started freaking out, so I DM'd him. And he said I could share these, so I'm gonna share them. Okay. This is a lot. I said, sorry if you were offended that I kind of insinuated maybe you were a sociopath. And then he responded with, yo dog. Sorry.
Was it DAWG?
No, it was just dog.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, we stand. I am like oh my god, this is so weird. What is this?
I gave up on answering that question a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo dog, I think what you're creating is fucking incredible, in all caps.
Oh, nice.
I know you're a good guy with good intentions. I just feel like the audience might be slightly ignorantly misled, and I want to address a couple of those things. I trust you. And I was like, whoa. First of all, thank you. Wait, so do you think you might be a sociopath? There was a couple things I didn't read in that message that kind of seemed like it. I was like, do you think you're a sociopath? Or like, what do you mean? And then he said, I'm on the sociopath spectrum. Okay.
I never lose.
So I'm not a therapist, and Katie's not around, so I don't know what all this means, but I'm going to kind of go over it. He said, I'm on the sociopathic spectrum. I wouldn't say I'm a sociopath, but I would absolutely say I have sociopathic tendencies. And at the beginning of the year, I was at a place in my life where they got the best of me and they consumed me, which is when it gets dangerous, obviously. Life is more complex than he's a sociopath or he's not. Jake, for example, definitely has tendencies, as we all do. Which is interesting, as we all do. But he's also nice and empathetic as fuck. And at random times, and off camera, he's so nice for no reason, like feeding the homeless. This is a trait he's had that I've always envied. Which I thought was kind of interesting.
Wow. That's
Right?
so wild to have the emotion of envy about somebody having other emotions like that.
Right.
That almost doesn't make any sense, but I guess it
know.
kind of does.
It's right. It's complicated, right? I said, do you feel empathy? Because if you feel empathy, then you're not a full sociopath. He said, of course I feel empathy. The level at which I feel it differs for each topic or subject, though. And then I was like, if you want to talk to me in person for the series, like, I'll let you take control of that conversation, because I am actually very curious. I've never heard somebody admit that they had sociopathic tendencies. That is fascinating to me, right? And I don't know if he's manipulating me or if he's like, I don't really know, but I have to respect him for saying that and for being like okay with me saying that he said that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've seen videos of Logan like at funerals, right? He's talked about this.
Discussing the series and his concerns and saying that, Shane was scaring the children, that, it's a little too spooky and scary, and he did discuss these issues of himself being on a, I guess, sociopathic spectrum. So that's interesting that Shane, I guess, reworked it at the beginning of this video, this part of the series, kind of including the same thing that Logan Paul discussed and released a video. I want to say it was like earlier today. He either released it or he released it yesterday. And so I'm curious. I know that there's been a lot of statements made that he's like, they felt like he was making this more like a horror film or whatever the case may be. This spooky music, whatever, you got to do certain things to amp and ramp things up a little bit. I don't think, though, that he's trying to make it to be like a scary situation, but it is weird, and it is frightening to know that there are more people than what people thought that are sociopaths out. You know, that there are people, she said 1 in 25 people are sociopathic. And then this, you know, that's a lot of people. A lot more than what I thought. And so, I mean, I think to address it and try to shed light on, you know, these types of mental illness, I think it's something that needs to be done with this day and age and how things are and how people get offended by so many things so easily and how people react in life to their, you know, family members, to their friends. You know, there's always that one person in the group that is a little different than everybody else, and some of the people like that may push you to or may push the group to do things that they normally wouldn't do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling, but... And if you're here, feel free to say hi. You can type whatever. If not, that's fine too.
He vlogged at a funeral.
Everyone is gonna die. And I'm sorry, like, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but death is going to happen. It's inescapable.
So he didn't have empathy in that situation. But is that his fault? No. If he has sociopathic tendencies.
And I think you're emotionally, you can say I'm full of shit if you want.
You're not, I know what you're going to say.
You know, emotionally you're just not connected to death the way I am, for example.
I think he is right. I shouldn't be pointing a finger and being like, you might be a sociopath, because that's fucked up. And I was wrong for doing that. But I'm really fucking excited about this new chapter, because, like, this is a shit I'm interested in. Like, whoa. Logan Paul just said he has sociopathic tendencies. Logan Paul just admitted to that. And I like that, because it makes sense.
Yeah.
If he would have just said that from the beginning and said, like, dude, I have sociopathic tendencies. I was raised a certain way that made this happen. Trauma, whatever. And, like, I don't have an empathy switch or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't turn on. And it didn't turn on. And it's a fucking disorder. I think everybody would have been like, huh.
Yeah.
Right? If it's 1 in 25 people, there's a lot of fucking people hiding out there who are afraid to admit that they have tendencies like that. I guess they're not afraid. I don't know. It's confusing.
Maybe there's more than we think where, you know, there's a quote-unquote sociopath who's not dangerous or evil. Then it's like, okay, then that's like an exception, I guess. It's wild.
And then the last point I want to make is that we are not all abusive monsters or serial killers. A lot of us are just completely written off as abusive.
And that's what Logan said in his first DM to me, that he said, I think people are getting confused and thinking sociopath and psychopath are the same thing, and they're not. He's like, I am not a psychopath. He's like, I'm not a sociopath, I just have tendencies. But I'm not a psychopath for sure. And a psychopath is somebody that was born that way. It's in their brain. A sociopath is made.
You guys saw it. My family is so lighthearted, and although we did get serious and we did mourn, what today was a celebration. Sometimes you might feel things, which I think are okay as an actor. Like, I'm feeling emotions. It's a good thing.
Are we gonna fucking do an interview with Logan? Ooh.
What even is that conversation?
Iconic.
I know.
Logan Paul being like, yeah, I have tendencies.
Oh, no.
I mean, just being, because I want to talk to somebody that
Oh,
really is
man.
like, it's not my...
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. You've been wanting to talk to a person with sociopath tendencies. If it just happens to be Logan.
Whoa.
Oh, man. How many parts is this going to end up being?
Does your computer need to be upgraded, or is your iPhone screen broken? We have the best repair prices and warranty in total.
What the heck are you doing? Ready? Here we go. Oh my God! Oh my God! That's how we do it. Now I challenge all the Jake Paulers to do it. No, I can never be as cool as my dad. I'm never gonna be as cool as him.
Dude, I've been tased before. It doesn't affect me.
What? Oh, maybe if I go to his channel and search, like, oldest videos.
Oh, yeah.
Jake Paul, Daily Life 1.
I'm glad you're here. They were just talking about Logan Paul and possibly just interviewing Logan Paul because Logan Paul actually sent him some text messages that said that he felt that Shane was, even though he understands why Shane was making it more of like a horror style, you know, series, that I guess a lot of people were ticked off or have been ticked off over the last couple of days since part 2 was released, stating that he was very much trying to make the mental illness into like a horror show, and that's not what he's trying to do. So of course he's reworked it, and he's just, I guess, going to go at it a little bit differently, and he probably is going to be filming some additional footage. So, I don't know. Just watching that little clip of his dad doing the mousetrap thing with his fingers and saying, "I'll never be like my dad. I can never be as good as my dad." That's disturbing. And, like I said, I think his dad is disgusting. And that is just, you know, that, who does that? I mean, except somebody who's seeking attention. Someone who is a definite attention whore, so.
Okay. Not much has changed.
See the red light? I'm running it. Getting that tan on though. Swag, 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 swag. Hashtag tool, swag, swag. Why are you always trying to jump out the window? Don't jump. No, don't jump.
Telling the dog not to jump out the window. That's good.
Actually, if you jump, you can actually land in the pool. So if you want to jump, go ahead and jump. Just go ahead and jump. Come on. Jump. Jump in the pool. 2 seconds ago. This is my bait catcher. This is how I catch bait. Let's go. I'm pregnant.
The first video you clicked on there.
That was great. Let's see how it ended.
Put him in there. Put him in. Come on. Put him in the water. Put him in. Put him in. Put him in.
Sorry. Am I hurting anyone? Yes. Sorry. Property.
What's up, guys? So that's the end of vlog day number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm super tired. Good night.
So, he's always been kind of the worst. Listen, all I saw was, you know, breaking the law, telling an animal to kill themselves,
Jump in the pool.
telling your friends to beat each other up,
Come on. Put him in.
laughing at a security guard,
Am I hurting anyone? Yes.
saying you're gonna catch a girl with a net.
Damn it.
Anything else? No dead body.
True. Have you ever been around somebody like that? Like,
I don't think we're gonna be friends. Like, I don't think we're gonna, like, hang out.
right?
I don't.
Why not? Sorry.
I want to cancel this. Is it too late? I
don't know. I don't think that I think maybe he thought that this was all a persona that they were putting on just for the YouTube views. You know, just being crazy and silly and stupid and doing stupid things. But I mean, there's a lot of blatant disrespect. And why kids watch this guy, I don't understand. Why they look up to him. He's disrespectful. He doesn't care. I mean, that's what his videos are all about. Do what I want. And, I mean, he's not even a good rapper. His music is horrible. It's stupid. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just my 46-year-old self talking. And I just don't get it, what these young people think, or what, you know, the kids and stuff think. But he is definitely not someone to look up to. He is not a role model to look up to. And when I see these little girls that get on there when they, like, video the kids that are outside of the house or whatever, and these little 9-year-old girls are crying because they're like, oh my god, it's Jake Paul. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. It's like the 60s when girls would go crazy over the Beatles, or the 70s when women would go crazy over Elvis Presley, but, you know, I mean, he's not even really contributing. I mean, at least I haven't seen him contribute anything of worth or value to society. Just destruction and doing stupid things like watching the show that was on MTV, like Jackass. You know, they would do stupid stunts and, you know, hurt themselves. And, you know, yeah, that's funny. But this guy's, like, encouraging his friends to just, like, do it. You really don't see him doing a whole lot of anything. So, to himself. It's like he just kind of, like, puppeteer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So, I feel like something I haven't done yet is look into Jake's parents. Getting to know the parents will help me understand the child and why Jake is the way he is. Usually, I would just meet them. But luckily, both his parents are on YouTube. So this is the dad. I have, like, no idea what to expect. I've heard weird things about the dad, but I've
definitely heard stuff, yeah. Like on, like, Phil DeFranco or Keemstar.
But Deji said that Jake Paul and Logan Paul's father, Greg Paul, he attacked a fan at the press conference. Fuck Jake Paul! Fuck Jake Paul! The haters will never, ever have an effect on the Paul family. We all make mistakes. Dr. Phil even said, hey, Logan's a good kid. GP's out.
Right.
I don't know.
Alright. I mean, I'm not going to judge yet because I literally have not seen him.
What's his video called?
This is called... Oh, sorry. This video is called Logan Paul's Dad is Extremely Creepy. Alright. I'll judge for myself.
In light of recent events regarding Logan Paul filming a dead guy, left me with a couple of questions that I'd like answered. The most important question being, why is Logan Paul Logan Paul? I got to thinking about that the past couple of days, and I came to the conclusion it 100% has everything to do with parenting. And that's what happened here. So, whose nuts did Jake Paul and Logan Paul come from? All right? The culprit here is none other than Vlog Dad Greg Paul.
Yo, what's happening, folks?
And if you think this is cringy, we're just getting started. Ohio workout routine. Savages only.
Now my dad is like, yo, I'm a better kisser than you. I got more experience, bro.
Dad, there's only one way to settle this. We have to kiss the same girl.
So am I picking the girl?
And then you have to guess, you have to say 1, 2, or 3 was the best, okay?
Maybe all right. 4. Contestant number 3, step on up.
want to get involved in family drama, but I almost feel like that might be inevitable. I mean, I guess if this is like a whole deep dive investigation on why he is the way he is, then
at least the girl wasn't underage, because boy, I thought that too. I thought that girl was underage and he had, I don't know. Who would do that? Father against son, who's the better kisser? That in itself, that's disgusting. There never, ever, ever should be a competition between parents and their children. Parents should just want their kids to succeed and not just try to live, live through their kids. You know what I'm saying? It's gross. It's disgusting. Ugh. Okay.
We have to look at the
I went to school for psychology. That's like the number one thing that they talk about.
Oh, wait, there's like news about the dad?
What?
Wait, there's like news?
Nick Crumpton reveals Jake Paul's dad abused Team 10 members and employees. Greg Paul, the dad of Jake and Logan Paul, has reportedly completely taken over Jake and Logan's businesses. People had issue with being verbally abused, watching their coworkers be fired around them, and not being kept in the loop. Apparently, Greg Paul doesn't know how to act. He calls people and derogatory terms at work. If that's true, then that definitely counts as verbal abuse, and we'll have to wait.
Okay. I want to talk to Nick about that. Let's see if he wants to talk about it. Which one should I click on? My ears are crooked, or I stole Jake's diamond play button?
What is this? What channel is this?
This is Block Dad.
Is that him? Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Calm down! Apollo! Apollo, calm down! Apollo! Calm down!
Who did that? Which one did that?
You guys like my new shirt? Half and half.
What happened?
Dad is vlogging, and in the background, the dog is barking. And the girl's holding it, and then Jake and Logan are trying to tell the dog to be quiet. And then Logan grabs a plate and smashes it right in front of the dog.
Really?
And he's like, be quiet. Like it's like a joke. And the dad's just like, watching.
Like my new shirt.
You guys like my new shirt?
It's not like they kicked the dog or something, right? But like the fact that they broke a plate that close to a dog.
It's on camera.
And it's on camera, and the dad, and nobody's acting like it's crazy, is weird,
yeah,
right?
100%.
I mean, it was Logan that did it. Not to stick up for Jake, but Jake was like just kind of watching.
Calm down!
It's okay, buddy.
Like that's next level. What are you looking at?
He took his shirt off, gone sexual with his son.
They're exploiting him a little bit.
That's a little weird, right? Okay. I'm gonna hold my thoughts until I see more from Mom. Are they together?
I don't think so. I've never seen them like in the same place.
Oh wow, Mom's not even in Dad's other channels. That's a messy divorce. You know, put her in your box, bro.
What?
I'm trying to make a joke. Jake Paul's mom. Oh my God, is that her son naked?
Where?
In the ziplining one? Like a sensor bar?
Whoa, literally. What is this? Literally, what is going on? This is like too confusing to even understand.
I'm going to give everything a benefit of a doubt until I meet all these people. What I hope is going on is the mom has no fucking idea what's happening, and neither does the dad, and they're just vlogging, and then maybe somebody's making their thumbnails and titles.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. What do I click on? Okay, with the eggplant.
Wait, what?
With the eggplant. TMI with Logan and the eggplant. Oh.
Literally.
I don't think the mom makes her thumbnails for her videos. I don't think she comes up with the title for them either. I think they do it for her. Personally, it's my opinion.
I click on a hero or her talking about her son's dick? That's what it is.
I don't know.
I'll start with the TMI. That was epic. Let's just keep it real. Fucking whoa, Transformers shit. So far, I'm in.
So today, I decided, since there's not a lot going on, to watch Logan's blog. I just had to comment and get involved.
Shake your parents' hand, which I liked as a young.
What do you mean? That's Greg's fault. Greg should have taught Logan to walk up to the door and shake parents' hands. That's the boy's job. I mean, the dad's job to teach the boy. Greg didn't do that either, though. Wow.
Was she just like dissing her ex-husband? Like, feud?
Well, that not only was a feud, but that was like kind of telling. He didn't do that either. What does that even mean?
Now I don't even feel bad about getting involved in family drama because they literally are doing it. They're having family drama in their vlogs.
Literally, yeah.
Why did Dad beat my ass when I was growing up? Dad beat your ass? You up, dude.
Oh my god, that title. Does Vlog Mom reveal who she likes better, Logan or Jake?
He's like using that's as clickbait.
Good afternoon, Emily. How are you? I just
in the suicide forest. Sorry. It was just like I saw Logan's video. It did pretty good.
Oh.
Anyways, here's my Q&A.
Is that going to? Are you gonna keep doing that video?
I mean, I have to say a joke or else I'm going to have a breakdown. Okay.
Hi to the family.
What?
Say hi to the family.
Jason. What's that?
That is you guys goofing with me.
What is it?
Are you vlogging?
What's that?
I'm so excited. Look what came. Look.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is it the necklace?
Yeah, it's...
This I got you?
I know, so I didn't open it yet.
Oh, you're opening it on your vlog?
I'm opening it on my vlog. With you on the phone.
Okay.
Look at the mess it's making.
I'm glad that we can have real connections now. Let's just both of each other vlogging.
I know, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I feel so fucking uncomfortable. What do? Andrew, help me.
I don't know what.
Okay, I love you.
I've never vlogged a birthday gift before. I love you too, honey.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Okay, that is revelation number 1.
I'm gonna say something to put everything in perspective. Think about it this way, right? Justin Bieber has done a lot of the same things that Jake has done, right? Like,
yeah, 100%.
Speeding.
For driving recklessly through their neighborhood.
And this is the kind of behavior that is unacceptable to be done by anybody, anywhere.
Justin Bieber admits to cheating on Selena Gomez. Cops were called for excessive loud noise.
Imagine if Justin's mom and dad were vloggers, and imagine if Justin Bieber's mom put up a video called "Who Do I Love Better? Which Child Do I Love Better?" and had Bieber in the thumbnail. I think as a society, we would all be like, oh, that's so fucking sad. Oh, that's so sad for Justin Bieber, right? I think everybody would feel that way. It would be like a news story, it would be on TMZ, it would be like a thing.
Yeah.
Because Jake is hateable and fun to hate, it's like nobody's talking about this.
Because it's on YouTube. Because Justin Bieber's not really a YouTuber.
Right.
But in the YouTube world, everybody's a character, so it's not like they're real people.
Like she's using his high school photos as a thumbnail. Like imagine going on YouTube and seeing that your mom used your high school photos as a thumbnail.
Oh man.
Right?
Whoa. When you put it like that, because that just seems so like, I don't know what the word is for that.
And Robin. Wow, look who's here. It's Jerica. What? Time to go, guys.
Yeah. Give a about your vlog.
You're so mean to me. You need to leave.
No, that wasn't mean to you. That's what I'm saying. She didn't even look at you.
Erica doesn't want to be on camera, don't you get it?
But neither did Jake.
I know. So, morning, Jaker.
You got sleep and beauty.
Yeah. Okay.
I love you, Bob.
Love you too, guys.
When Jake walked out, he literally turned back around after he saw his mom was down there vlogging, like he didn't want to come down. I'm sure that the mom loves them. And I don't blame her, because I think she's probably so excited that people are like watching and she has a vlog channel. Maybe she's feeling a little bit like, oh, I have a thing too.
100,000 subscribers, vlog mom. Look at that. I love it, you guys, and it's all because of...
I gotta pause for a second on that because I feel the same way. Like, you know, I'm a mom and I enjoy doing this. It's a lot of fun. I like making videos for YouTube. But I think sometimes my kids get a little, I don't know, I don't think they're not really supportive. They're like, oh yeah, you're doing that. That's great. I mean, I don't care what anyone thinks of me. As far as, I mean, just anybody. I mean, if they don't like my videos, they don't like my videos. If they do, they do. It's weird that I see that some of the same type of, I mean, I don't go and try to video my kids. I don't video my husband. Because they're not into it. And, I mean, they have their own people they like watching. And they don't watch everybody that I watch. And... maybe they think I'm too old to be doing this, but I don't care. I like doing it. It's a lot of fun. So, give me 1 second, please. I'm back, sorry. Just as I'm saying that, my husband comes home from work, so I had to change locations. But anyways. Yes, I can see comments as they pop up. They kind of disappear quickly. But okay, we're going to get back to it.
But what was their childhood like? Were there no boundaries? And I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll ask Jake about it. I don't want to like get involved in family drama, but maybe he wants you to, you know. He knows how you talk to people on camera. Why is he wanting to do a video with you too? That's another thing. Maybe he kind of is hoping that somebody kind of swoops in and kind of helps him with stuff like this. Like, if he actually talks about this stuff and is real about it, like, that's gonna fuck me up. Which I can't do, because people are gonna say, like, oh, you're fucking, like, trying to make him look good, and you're fucking whatever. Like, that's all you do, Shane. You cry with people, and you make them look good. Like, I kind of feel a little bad for him, too. I know. I don't want to say I feel bad for him, because people are gonna think I'm lying. No, I get it. I mean, I definitely get it. I mean, maybe he's not that bad. Maybe he's, like, he just is a byproduct of kind of the people around him. Maybe that's not even who he really is.
Team 10 is a dysfunctional family. My family is a dysfunctional family. Everything in my life is one big
I'm not having a bad day. I'm fine. And no, I'm not mad at anybody. It's all good. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, cool. So, no, I'm not mad. I'm not having a bad day, but I had to change locations because my husband came home from work and I was in the bedroom doing the video, so I had to move to the living room. Because I don't want to be disturbed if he starts to get on his video game and play his game, so.
Jake Paul, Draw My Life.
Get $50 internet with no taxes or fees peppered in. New straight up internet.
Yo, yo, yo! If you're new here, my name is Jake Paul, and this is my channel. I'm currently 19 years old. I live in Los Angeles with my friends, Team 10. I'm an actor in a couple of movies, and I make videos online for you guys. There's a lot more to the story, and today I'm going to draw it out for you. My parents' names are Greg Paul and Pamela Stepnick. They already had another kid named Logan Paul, so this made us brothers, and he was older by 2 years. Logan was also a savage, and I spent my whole life with him basically side by side. My mom gave me my nice and caring side, while my dad gave me my manly and hard-working side. My mom was a nurse. My dad used to be in the Army and then became a real estate agent, and from the time I can remember, my parents instilled in Logan and I a great work ethic and a competitive spirit. Whatever we did, we wanted to be the best at, and we had the work ethic to match that. My brother and I would always train and work out to become better at playing football. My dad, Logan, and I would train all the time and push our limits to become better athletes. We would always see who could run faster, do more push-ups, and so on. Right around this time, my dad bought my brother and I a camera so we could record our football games, watch them back, and see how we could improve. My mom would be the filmer, and she was also our biggest fan. And our dad was the head coach of our Pee Wee League team. Football aside, Logan and I took the camera and...
Like, I'm not a therapist, but your dad's the coach. And then you have to watch it again. And they tell you what you did wrong.
Competitive spirit things a lot. Logan and I took the camera and started filming random stuff we did around our house. We started watching YouTube videos as our form of entertainment. Our favorite channel was called Smosh. We loved their videos and wanted to create our own channel. So, being the savages we were, we did. And we called it Zoosh. God damn it, Logan, what were we thinking? It was almost the exact same as Smosh. In the meantime, my parents had started fighting and eventually got a divorce. This was a bit of a hard time for Logan and I, but at the end of it, it taught us a lot about life. By the time I was in middle school, as you can imagine, I was the class clown. Always causing trouble, making jokes, and I couldn't sit still. I didn't like school. I still don't. In 8th grade, our class would go on a trip to Washington, D.C. at the end of the year. But you couldn't go on the trip if you had 15 behavior strikes. By the middle of the year, I had 14. So, I became a good kid for the rest of the year and got to go on the trip. Savage. As a freshman, I no longer wanted to go to the NFL. Football just wasn't as fun anymore, and wrestling seemed to interest me more.
Can I just say something? Not to, like, diagnose or, like, get you whatever, but, like... I don't know if, like, it doesn't seem like it's a coincidence that, like, his parents broke up. He said he was going through a hard time, which led to him getting 14 behavioral strikes. And then he decided, if football's boring, now I want to wrestle. Like, that's a kid with a fuck ton of anger issues.
The only more aggressive sport than football is wrestling.
Yeah. That's somebody who needs to take out all the anger.
I think when anybody goes through a trauma or, a major life change like that, their whole attitude changes and their behaviors change. Especially children. Either they, buckle down and work harder, or they get depressed, or they act out and, maybe, angry and violent towards their siblings or classmates or anything like that. I mean, that does happen unless you can get them in some type of therapy to, let them know that, what is going on between their parents is not their fault. It has nothing to do with them.
They can't do it at home, so they do it. It's cool. I know they do it on YouTube. Okay. Oh my god, another fighting.
Jake Paul is your winner.
After wrestling season, I found myself lost. I didn't know what my future looked like. I didn't know what I wanted to do. This went on for a couple months until I found out about the Navy SEALs. It was everything I loved. Hard work, mental toughness, guns, fast vehicles, competition. For the next couple of months, that's all I could think about and do. Until summer came and Logan said to me, we should start making videos again. I was so down. Randomly, 2 weeks later, this app called Vine had just came out. I told my bro about it and he loved it too. 2 weeks later, we got into a competition, of course, on who could get more followers. So, here we were in the middle of Ohio, spending hours.
This fucking competition shit sucks.
Yeah. Well, also, they train us to have a competitive spirit. They're trying to get them to be better at football. Go to the NFL. They kind of train them to do this.
Right.
I realized that I could make money from making videos. This was amazing. I didn't know what to do except freak out. It got to a point where I would go to wrestling tournaments and the competition would ask to take pictures with me or be freaking out. Sometimes, though, they would film me if I lost and post it on Vine talking that smack talk. The videos just made me laugh, though. The bad part about all fame and money is that attracts haters. People in my school, the kids that I grew up with, started hating on me. They would talk so much smack and tweet me the nastiest things. At first, this really upset me and it was hard to deal with. My mom would see the haters and call their moms and yell at them. Love you, Mom. Eventually, though, I realized that they were just jealous and that was their way of expressing it. I knew that I could turn my internet fame into something massive. And so that's what I set out to do. On my last day of school, I said goodbye. Most kids were still talking smack, and a teacher even asked me, what are you going to do when social media dies? On my way out. I just smiled and waved. They didn't understand the vision. 17 and in Los Angeles with a lot to prove, I started grinding every day trying to make things happen. I started by going to acting classes, improv classes, and meeting with anyone I could. But I knew I wanted to do social media, acting, and business. This is when I created Team 10. It started with Alyssa and I, and kept growing, and then now we're growing more and more each month. Eventually, while all of this was happening, I then got called into audition for Disney Channel's new show called Bizarre Park. It was intimidating and nerve-wracking. My brother said to me, either come back Dirk or come back on your shield. After a couple of auditions and beating out the other actors, I came back Dirk. I remember getting the call and just freaking out. I legit almost cried. It was a dream come true. I filmed the first season of the show already, and we start filming season 2 here in a couple months. The other week, I got to do the infamous, hi, I'm Jake Paul, and you're watching Disney Channel, with the wand and everything. It's about to be 2017, and that's basically my life in a nutshell. Posting every day on YouTube, acting, doing business, making comedy skits for Instagram, and laughing the rest of the time. If you aren't already a Jake Pauler, you better join the family because we are just getting started. And 2017 is going to be the craziest year yet.
That's so ironic because 2017 was like the worst year of his life.
Yeah.
My gut tells me that Nick got thrown out when the dad came in. I think the dad was like, no, come on, we're going to do this. Like back in like football times. Like me and my boys, we got this.
He's a coach.
Yeah. And like, I respect the thought of like a dad who's like, come on kids, we got this. But I think then Jake doesn't really have a dad. He just has a boss. Or a coworker. I think this is like way more deep and complicated than I was expecting. Sociopaths.
Yes.
I think his dad pushes them all and is trying to relive glory days. That's my opinion.
So, what are the characteristics, I guess?
Sociopaths believe that, like, the law doesn't apply to them.
I hurting anyone?
And, like, the rules don't apply to them.
Always causing trouble. 15 behavior strikes.
They drive fast, probably.
Fast vehicles.
So they always just think they're better,
Whatever we did, we wanted to be the best at.
bigger.
Savage.
Savages only.
So if they're watching a ton of YouTube videos,
We started watching YouTube videos as our form of entertainment.
let's say someone was super successful.
Our favorite channel was called Smosh.
If they saw that someone was doing this, they're like, oh, they got so many views. And, like,
Logan said to me, we should start making videos. YouTube?
then they'll be like, oh, I could do that too.
We loved their videos and wanted to create our own channel. And we called it Zoosh.
I can mimic that.
It was almost the exact same as Smosh. God damn it, Logan, what were we thinking?
And so they learn, like, what type of emotional responses get what they want.
We love you. Make the heart. Yeah, make a heart.
The people in the comments really feel for them.
We love you. It's because we love you.
And then they'll do that. Maybe they'll buy more merch or whatever, right? Power, money.
I realized that I could make money from making videos.
You'll leave every conversation feeling like it was worse for them and you feel bad for them.
I kind of feel a little bad for him too.
You know, or you'll view them in a positive light. You're like, man, that must have been so hard for them. They're such a nice person.
Well, but they don't have emotions, so, like, they wouldn't cry.
I legit almost cried.
They can even be married with kids. Whatever they think helps them fit in, they're going to put up the best show that they can.
I've definitely met a few where I've got that gut feeling, but I don't get that gut feeling. I honestly don't think he is one. I'm going to keep it real. Are those people probably
better manipulators? Or they know enough about you?
Bye.
Oh my god.
Dear Shane Dawson, you can't just say, like, you're a sociopath. The word I would like to use is sociopathic tendencies. So a lot of us, me included, will do some dumb shit. Maybe some stuff that lacks empathy. Strictly for views, right? It gets us views. I'm gonna be the biggest entertainer on the planet, which gets us subscribers. Our motivating factor is to reach the next level. Next level, guys. 2.8 billion views on YouTube this year. Sociopath is boiled down someone who is just more savage than everyone else.
Savage.
Savages only.
What do you think? Did I need to say that? I don't want to fuck up their family. I don't want to piss. I don't want to piss off the mom and make her feel bad. I just think that she has no idea how bad this looks. Is he gonna be mad at me for talking about this stuff?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe, probably. We'll see, I guess.
I am not looking forward to this.
Okay, I'm gonna cut.
You're oh, I didn't even know you were filming. That's
the Alyssa situation with the ex-girlfriend?
Jake's kicking me out.
Yeah. I watched her video.
It was both of our faults, really. He shouldn't have treated me like shit day after day and then expect everything to be okay.
And I saw videos of him, like, spitting on her. Was the thing about Logan, like, hooking up with Jake's ex-girlfriend?
Alyssa had sex with his older brother, Logan.
How much of all of that is real?
That wasn't planned. That'd be sick if that was planned.
But it happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you think? Like the fact that he's feeling empathetic.
Sorry, I'll be ready in a minute.
I don't know. I think it's, like people, I don't know, makes it seem like you should feel bad for them. But I think that, in my own personal opinion, that yes, you can grow up with a hard life and you can have parents that are not the greatest towards their children, or you can grow up being abused, or you can have horrible, tragic things happen to you growing up. But I also think that you can't continue to blame the things that have happened in your past on your future. I think you can grow from it, and I think that people should go get, if they've been through a situation like that they should go get some type of help, whether it's therapy, talking to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, whatever their situation is. I think they should seek help. But I don't think that should give a person an excuse to have bad behavior in their life carrying forward. Once you become an adult, you need to move forward in your life. And if you need to get help to do that, then I think people should do that. I can understand that things like what happened with the parents and the splitting up, having, really sorry about that, splitting up and going through a divorce, and a father who was very much, pushing his children, whether he meant to do it in a egotistical way to kind of live vicariously through his boys. I think that, once they got older, and they obviously still have a lot to do with their family. They still have a lot to do with their parents. Their father manages both of them now. He also manages the Team 10, situation. So, they're still very much involved in their kids' lives. And so, it's obvious they care to some point, but do they really care? Or is it more of a financial situation for them? I'm not saying the mom is in it for the financial, but the dad definitely want to live to me it's just the typical want to relive the glory days, doing it through his boys, and of course making money off of it. Right. It's attention. So and whether it's good attention or bad attention, and the attention is attention, so, like they say, good press, bad press, any press is good press, it doesn't matter. So it's interesting. I'm and I know I say that a lot, that it's interesting, but it really is, because I look at a lot of different people like in my life and see I could see that in some people that I know. Just trying to live vicariously through their children. And I don't know, maybe make money while they're doing it. It's weird. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down for the day. I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. I'll be back on Wednesday, and we'll do this again. And again, thanks so much for watching and subscribing. And make sure to share me, and we will see each other later. Bye.